Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive.
Excited to be back.
Me too. Today we're tackling Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Ooh, getting darker now.
Yeah, right. So much more going on. We'll be focusing on the book itself.
Sounds good to me.
So we've got Sirius Black on the loose, right?
Big bad Sirius Black escaped from Azkaban.
And Harry's really struggling with some, pretty heavy stuff this time.
Definitely a turning point for him.
For sure, fear, betrayal. It's intense. But Rowling, nails it.
Oh, she does. This book really hits you in the feels.
Totally. It's not all just fun and games anymore.
Nope. It's about growing up, facing your fears, figuring out who to trust.
But let's rewind back to the beginning. Harry's stuck with the Dursleys, another summer of misery.
The Dursleys, the epitome of Muggle ignorance.
Oh, I know. And it's his 13th birthday.
You'd think they'd at least try to make it special.
Right. But no, just more of the same old dreary
He
routine.
just wants to feel normal, loved and accepted.
And speaking of love and acceptance, Harry's friends come through.
Oh yeah, they're the family he chooses.
Ron sends him a pocket sneakoscope.
Pretty cool gadget that, for someone who seems to attract trouble.
And Hermione, always so practical, gets him a broomstick servicing kit.
Oh, foreshadowing much.
Right. Like she knows what's coming with the firebolt.
Hermione's always one step ahead.
Okay, so then we have the arrival of Aunt Marge. Ugh, talk about a nightmare.
Oh, Aunt Marge! The bane of Harry's existence, and a perfect example of why he needs the wizarding world so badly.
Right. She embodies everything awful about the Muggle world.
Yeah.
Rude, judgmental, and those insults about Harry's parents.
It's like she takes pleasure in making Harry feel small and insignificant.
Exactly. And Harry's constantly on edge, suppressing his magic.
It's a reminder of the oppression he faces when he's away from Hogwarts.
And then there's that deal he makes with Uncle Vernon, be the perfect Muggle boy, and you get to visit Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade, the all-wizarding village. It's pure magic.
Freedom. It's a taste of the life Harry longs for. A world away from the Dursleys' suffocating normality.
But, as we know, things don't quite go according to plan.
Nope. Aunt Marge pushes Harry way too far. And, well, let's just say her nasty comments about his parents lead to some accidental magic. And a very inflated Aunt Marge.
Oops.
Harry panics. He loses control. He runs away. Feels like he has nowhere to go.
Alone, scared.
But then, there it is, in all its glory, the night bus.
A beacon of hope. A triple-decker purple bus that's pure magic.
And it takes him to the leaky cauldron, where he bumps into, of all people, Cornelius Fudge, the Minister of Magic.
You'd think Fudge would be furious about the whole inflated-on incident, right?
Underage magic, serious offense. But Fudge is weirdly chill about it, almost relieved to find Harry.
Right. He's even oddly casual about Sirius Black being on the loose.
He even mentions having tea with Black in Azkaban. That Black acted perfectly normal and even asked to borrow the crossword.
Some sishy here. Is Fudge hiding something? Downplaying the threat?
Maybe just trying to avoid panic. But it adds to the suspense. I mean, the Minister of Magic acting like everything's fine while everyone else is terrified of this escaped prisoner.
It adds a real sense of unease, like something bigger is going on, something we don't know yet.
Exactly. And then, to top it all off, there are dementors stationed at Hogwarts, guarding the school from Sirius Black.
Dementors! Talk about terrifying. They just suck the joy out of everything.
And their effect on Harry is really intense. It's like they're dredging up all his worst memories.
It foreshadows a deeper connection between Harry and Sirius, a shared history of loss and fear. So, Harry makes it back to Hogwarts. You'd think after that summer, Hogwarts would be a relief, right?
You'd think. But even getting there is, well, scary. Remember the Dementors?
Oh yeah, soul-sucking guards of Azkaban. They decide to make an appearance on the Hogwarts Express.
Searching for Black. And it's terrifying. I mean, they bring this wave of cold despair.
You can just feel the fear coming off Harry in that scene.
Yeah, and he actually faints.
Strong reaction.
More than just being startled, it's like something deeper. Like those creatures are stirring up his worst memories.
The pain of losing his parents, for sure. Yeah, it definitely foreshadows a connection between Harry and Black. A link to loss and fear.
Right. Thankfully, Professor Lupin steps in. The new defense against the dark arts teacher.
Professor Lupin, what a fascinating character.
I know, right? He drives the Dementor away, gives Harry some chocolate. Such a calming presence.
He is. Kind, patient, clearly a skilled wizard. But there's this underlying sadness about him.
And he's the first defense against the dark arts teacher, who actually seems, well, good at it.
And who actually wants to teach.
Seriously. He starts teaching Harry the Patronus charm. Pretty advanced for a third year, wouldn't I say?
Very advanced. The Patronus charm is powerful. You have to conjure a happy memory, a shield of pure, positive energy to fight off dementors.
Darkness versus light. Kind of a beautiful metaphor for Harry's journey in this book, don't you think?
I do. He's learning to face his fears, to find strength when things are really tough.
Okay, but Hogwarts isn't all Dementors and advanced magic. There's also the drama with Hermione's cat, Crookshanks.
Ah, yes, Crickshanks, that mischievous ginger cat.
And he is fixated on Ron's pet rat, Scabbers, the one that's been in the Weasley family forever.
Seems like a simple subplot, a cat chasing a rat. But we know with Rowling there's always something more.
Yeah, it feels like Crookshanks senses that Scabbers is more than just a rat. And all those fights, they actually foreshadow the betrayal that's coming.
Exactly. It's those little things that suddenly make sense later on.
Speaking of things making sense, let's talk about the Marauders map.
Oh, the map. The ultimate Hogwarts cheat sheet. Fred and George gave it to Harry.
Shows the location of everyone in the castle, even the secret passageways.
They're like magical Google Maps. So cool.
It was created by 4 Gryffindors, pretty mischievous ones, including James Potter, Harry's dad.
Their nicknames are on it: Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs. And they actually hold the key to figuring out the truth about Sirius Black.
They do.
And the map gives Harry this freedom, you know? He can explore, sneak out, be a teenager.
Exactly. And he uses it to overhear this conversation between Fudge, Professor McGonagall, and Madame Rosmerta at the Three Broomsticks in Hogsmeade.
Oh, yeah. Huge reveal. We learn that Sirius wasn't just James's best friend, but he was also the one who betrayed him and Lily to Voldemort.
Wow. Mind blown.
I know, right? It turns everything upside down. Suddenly, Sirius is the ultimate villain, responsible for Harry's parents' death and for Harry being an orphan.
And it's so much to process for Harry. Like, the person he thought was this dangerous criminal was actually his godfather, someone his parents trusted.
Right. It makes you question everything. Loyalty, betrayal, good versus evil, everything gets blurred.
And the book just piles it on. We have that Quidditch match where the Dementors attack Harry. He falls off his broom.
Terrifying. It really shows how the Dementors can use Harry's deepest fears against him. The trauma from his parents' death that makes him so vulnerable.
Definitely. But it's also a turning point for him and the Patronus charm.
Yes. While he's trying to conjure the Patronus, he hears his father's voice. A memory of his parents fighting to protect him.
So powerful.
Yeah.
Even when they're not there, their love is protecting him, like a shield.
Exactly. And this love, it's more powerful than death. It's what gives Harry his strength and resilience.
Yeah. Love and sacrifice. It's the core of everything that happens at the Whomping Willow and Hagrid's hut. With, the werewolf and the animagus and all those secrets coming out.
Oh yeah, things are about to get crazy. But before we dive into all that, let's take a moment here. If you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow our channel.
We've got more literary adventures to come. And if you want to support us even more, check out our Patreon. Links in the description. Now, back to the story. So we're back, and things are intense. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are hiding in Hagrid's hut. They're about to see Buckbeak executed.
It's rough. They can't do anything. They're under the invisibility cloak. And you can just feel the weight of it, like the injustice. Hermione's really upset.
Yeah, it's a reminder of how unfair the wizarding world can be sometimes. But then, things take a crazy turn. Ron's rat, Scabbers, he vanishes.
Ron freaks out, obviously. They eventually find Scabbers hiding in a milk jug.
But guess what? He's not a rat after all.
Nope. It's Peter Pettigrew.
The guy everyone thought Sirius killed.
Turns out, Peter's an animagus. He can turn into an animal.
And he's been a rat this whole time, hiding with Ron.
Talk about a plot twist.
So it means Sirius was innocent all along.
Wrongfully imprisoned. Framed by Pettigrew.
But of course, no one believes them, right?
Nope. Snape shows up, ready to arrest Sirius.
It's total chaos. Snape thinks Sirius is a murderer, and Lupin, who actually knows the truth, he's trying to protect his friend.
It's tense. And then, Lupin,
he transforms into a werewolf.
Terrifying. The stark reminder of the fear and prejudice werewolves face, even in the wizarding world. Lupin's a good wizard, a good teacher. But this secret, it isolates him.
Yeah, it's sad. But then Sirius transforms, too, into a dog.
His animagus form, a huge black dog, and he protects Harry, Ron, and Hermione from the werewolf.
Amazing. It's this epic fight. You see how deep their bond is, even though they're on different sides now?
Loyalty runs deep. And just when you think things can't get wilder, the Dementors show up.
I know. Ready to give their kiss of death. But wait, A Patronus appears,
Powerful magic. Drives those dementors away.
saves the day. Harry passes out from all the excitement. When he wakes up, things are still a mess. Fudge still thinks Sirius is guilty. Snape's angry.
And Dumbledore, well, he's being Dumbledore. Cryptic as always.
He's always playing the long game, you know.
Always. But here's where it gets crazy. Dumbledore kind of hints that Hermione should use her time turner to go back in time.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Rowling really throws everything in here.
Makes you think about fate and free will, right?
Totally. So Harry and Hermione go back, and they basically become their own saviors. Harry realizes he's the one who cast the Patronus to protect himself and Sirius.
Amazing. His connection to his father, it's so deep, even subconsciously.
Right. He's stepping into his power. And they save Buckbeak, too. Lead him away just before he's supposed to be executed.
A little rewriting of destiny.
It's a win, but it's bittersweet, you know?
Because Sirius, even though he's innocent, he still has to run, can't stay. And Lupin, he's heartbroken. He resigns.
He doesn't want to put Dumbledore or the school at risk because of his condition.
It shows that prejudice and fear, they can have lasting consequences, even in a world with magic.
Heavy stuff. But there's hope. Sirius sends Harry a gift. Permission to visit Hogsmeade. It's like a promise of future adventures.
And that's Prisoner of Azkaban, folks, a turning point in the series. Harry's growing up, the world's getting more complex, there's good and bad, and it's not always clear-cut.
What a journey. It leaves us with so many questions. What will happen to Sirius? Will Harry ever see him again? And what's next for Harry?
So many possibilities. That's the beauty of these stories. They make you think, they stay with you.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. What stood out to you? Any theories about the mysteries we didn't solve? Share your comments below. We love hearing from our fellow Potterheads.
And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to our channel. We've got more literary adventures waiting for you.
Lots more stories to explore. And if you want to help us keep making these deep dives, check out our Patreon. You can find the link in the description.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep reading, keep questioning, and keep the magic alive.